But we start tonight with the news from Israel and a burning question on the minds of many. Where are the American hostages? The fragile truce, barely holding on for a fifth day, saw 10 more Israelis, 2 more Thai nationals crossing back into Israel, handed over by Hamas. The number of Americans released today, 0. In fact, of the 85 total hostages released by Hamas so far, only 3 are American. The 4-year-old Abigail Adan, who saw her mother and father killed before she was abducted. And then, of course, there was Judith, Renan, and their daughter Natalie, released 2 weeks after the start of the war. So why has that been it? Well, the 4-year-old Abigail was one of 3 hostages who actually qualified for release under the deal reached last week. But what's being done about the other 2 women and 7 American men who remain at the mercy of Hamas tonight in Gaza? Why haven't they been released when so many others have? Especially as this country continues to do so much. The CIA Director William Burns back in Qatar, playing a central role, from what we understand, in the negotiations. The Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, also heading back to the area in an attempt to put even more pressure on Hamas and others in the region. So far, that hasn't seemed to help free any of the American hostages, but it does seem to be keeping U.S. troops safer.
There have been no attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria since November 23rd, since the operational pause began.
Now to NewsNation's Robert Sherman is live for us tonight in Tel Aviv. And let's start with this conversation, Robert. What might Hamas be gaining by holding on to these American hostages?
Well, that's a very good question here, Connell, is that, what U.S. officials have been telling us is that they estimate that there are 8 to 9 Americans that are being held in Gaza at this point. And as you pointed out, 2 of them are women, so they would qualify for the women and children releases that we've seen taking place over the last couple of days here. Before all this began, U.S. officials said that they were hopeful and optimistic that Americans would be in this group, and we've seen 1 in the last 5 days, but not those other 2 that people have been waiting for here. I think it is worth mentioning that we just got this from the White House a few minutes ago, that they said there's no evidence that Hamas is using American hostages as leverage. I thought that was interesting that they came out with that stance here. So that is the question. Why haven't the Americans come out yet? And it's put simply is that we don't quite know yet. We've gotten this indication from the White House that the order in which hostages are coming out could simply boil down to the ability to retrieve those hostages, where they're located in the Gaza Strip, how easy it is to access them if they're Hamas. That's what U.S. officials believe is a possibility here. But it is a question, and I would say this, is that every day goes by that Americans aren't coming out. Those questions are going to be asked more rapidly, and those calls for the Americans to be brought back are going to grow more loud, Connell.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.